Welcome to National Liberty Alliance. My name is John Durash, one of the co-founders. The purpose of National Liberty Alliance is to facilitate an education, an organization, and communication for the people, built upon the principles of honor, justice, and mercy. Because only the people can save America, the question is, will you? It requires a true grassroots commitment of a twofold plan to take back our republic. Our political process was subverted in 1911 by the party bosses taking control of the committeeman process, a process established by our founding fathers through the Committee of Safety in 1789. Our judicial process was subverted through the Unconstitutional Organic Act of 1871 by the 41st Congress that created a state within our federal city, an act of war against our Constitution, an act of war against we the people. National Liberty Alliance, the only peaceful solution. On Monday, January 4th, 2016, National Liberty Alliance announced at its first weekly teleconference of the year that 2016 will be the year of justice. National Liberty Alliance was founded in 2013, and since then we have assembled in every state of the Union with thousands of registered members and have established a unified common law grand jury in every state of the Union. All 50 unified state common law grand juries have come together to establish the unified United States common law grand jury. National Liberty Alliance is also building committees of safety in every county in America and anticipates to have committees of safety in most counties before the end of 2016. The independent grassroots County Committee of Safety and the County Common Law Grand Jury are part of National Liberty Alliance's plan to reach an active critical mass of people to take back our government. Since May 2015, we have filed 16 papers in all 94 federal district courts. We have faxed all 16 papers to all federal and state elected servants and all state and federal judges. We have communicated the power of the county sheriff to all 3,000 plus American sheriffs. We are building common law grand juries and trial jury administrations in all 3,133 counties. We are the fastest growing and most active assembly of people in the United States. We offer an education on the Constitution, American history, common law, and the political process second to none. We offer a free civics course and a verified certificate of completion upon request. We offer a free constitutional course and a verified certificate of completion upon request. We publish a weekly report encouraging participation. We hold weekly Monday night conferences to educate and to inform. We have a huge directory of contacts of committees and groups and encourage participation. We have an active Court Watchers Committee. We have filed habeas corpuses for those who have been caught up in abusive courts. We teach the people to think free, act free, and thereby be free. We are building a true grassroots assembly where the power is truly in the people. The problem with our political process today was foretold by George Washington in his farewell address, where he said, "All obstructions to the execution of the laws, all combinations and associations under whatever plausible character, with the real design to direct, to control, to counteract, or the regular deliberation and action of the constituted authorities, are destructive to this fundamental principle and of fatal tendency. They serve to organize faction, to give it an artificial and extraordinary force, to put in place of the delegated will of the nation the will of a party, often a small but artful and enterprising minority of the community, and according to the alternative triumphs of different parties, to make the public administration the mirror of ill-concerted and incongruous projects of faction, rather than the organ of consistent and wholesome plans digested by common counsel and modified by mutual interests. However combinations or associations of the above description may now and then answer popular ends, they are likely in the course of time and things to become potent engines by which cunning, ambitious, and unprincipled men will be enabled to subvert the power of the people and to usurp for themselves the reins of government, destroying afterwards the very engines which have lifted them up to unjust dominions. The solution. In 1774, the various committees of safety called for the First Continental Congress. Delegates to that Congress went from town to county to provincial level committees before being selected to go to Philadelphia. In Western Massachusetts, committees of safety forced the resignation of judges appointed under the Massachusetts Governments Act, 1774. The importance of the role that committee of safety played in the ultimate transformation from English-controlled colonies into a republican form of representative government under self-rule, and not under the century-old dictates of hereditary despots, cannot be overstated. The peasants of colonial America went from slaves of the English king to king of their own castle within one generation. It empowered the grassroots to take control of their local government and their state and federal representatives by requiring them to obey the supreme law of the land. The committees of safety, after achieving its goal of building a nation in 1789, morphed into the committeemen that control our political processes today. Today our government is still intact. It's just shrouded by the veil of corporatism. National Liberty Alliance has a viable plan working through the rebuilding of the committees of safety to return this political control, the committeeman, back to the people. Free and independent committeemen will be needed to fill the power vacuum when the people take back control of their political process. The problem with our judicial process is that the federal judiciary has built a wall of resistance, and we, the people, through the unified United States common law grand jury, have responded by filing 16 papers in all 94 federal district courts that reveal their subversion against we, the people, and the Constitution for the United States of America. On July 4, 2016, we, the people, filed the following, addressed to all elected and appointed servants in all 94 federal district courts, from the full bench, directed to the judges of the de facto courts and all law enforcement agencies. We, the people of the United States of America, on March 4th, 1789, birthed a nation. And we, the people, this July 4th, 2016, ratify that, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure the domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Take judicial notice. The 41st Congress acted without constitutional authority, an act of fraud, conspiracy, and subversion against the United States of America. Only the people can ordain and establish laws and governments. Only the people are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights. Governments are not. Consequently, all latter construction upon the Organic Act of 1871 is as null and void as the Act itself. The said Organic Act of 1871 attempted to supplant our Republican form of government that our servants were entrusted to guarantee. Any court resting upon said act is a de facto court. Any judge acting under such fiction of law denies due process and is acting in excess of their judicial authority, in collusion, under color of law, thereby losing judicial immunity. We, the people, hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Any servant who resists these truths wars against the people. Wherefore, we the people are rising as we continue to extend the olive branch until the imminent critical mass is achieved. And then justice will be meted in Article 3 courts. Sealed and signed on July 4, 2016, on behalf of we the people, by the foreman of the Unified United States Common Law Grand Jury. The solution: the power of the grand jury. In a stunning 6-3 decision, Justice Anton Scalia, writing for the majority, confirmed that the American grand jury is neither part of the judicial, executive, nor legislative branch of government, but instead belongs to the people. It is in effect a fourth branch of government, governed and administered to, directly by, and on behalf of the American people, and its authority emanates from the Bill of Rights. United States versus Williams. The grand jury is an institution separate from the courts, over whose functioning the courts do not preside. The grand jury is mentioned in the Bill of Rights, but not in the body of the Constitution. It has not been textually assigned, therefore, to any of the branches described in the first 3 articles. It is a constitutional fixture in its own right. In fact, the whole theory of its function is that it belongs to no branch of the institutional government, serving as a kind of buffer or referee between the government and the people. The grand jury's functional independence from the judicial branch is evident both in its scope and its power to investigate criminal wrongdoings, and in the manner in which that power is exercised. Unlike a court whose jurisdiction is predicated upon a specific case or controversy, the grand jury can investigate merely on suspicion that the law is being violated, or even if it wants assurance that it is not. If we, the people, control the courts, we can enforce the Constitution upon these unfaithful servants. President John F. Kennedy said, "A revolution is coming, a revolution which will be peaceful if we are wise enough, compassionate if we care enough, successful if we are fortunate enough. But a revolution which is coming, whether we will it or not. We can affect its character. We cannot alter its inevitability." This great fallen hero and martyr understood the plight of the American people. He knew that only the people can save the republic. And before giving his life, he went on to say, "Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable." It is at this precipice we stand today. It is for this purpose we are here today, and we resolutely set our face. And we, the people, today are that revolution. And by God's mercy and grace, we will return the King of creation to his courts of justice. And dependent upon reaching critical mass before the enemy of liberty imposes their violence upon the people, will determine its character, a peaceful revolution or a violent revolution. Take a stand today for a peaceful revolution.
Hi, welcome to the National Liberty Alliance. I am Jan, one of the national coordinators. I spent about 38 years working as an engineer doing research, development, and test and evaluation, and then I retired. After that, I spent about 20 years working with people, helping them heal by using energy and the power of their mind. About 2.5 years ago, I ran across an interview with John Darash, and I promptly joined NLA, and have made NLA my next adventure in this lifetime. I am also a state coordinator for Pennsylvania. My phone number is on the directory page and is 814-531-5363. And if you have questions that are pertinent that you think I might be able to help you with, just give me a call or email me at jan@nationallibertyalliance.org. The NLA publishes a weekly newsletter that is emailed to all NLA members. It contains a calendar of events for each week. All scheduled meetings for the week are open to all members and are listed at the top of the newsletter. Each type of meeting, for example, our major lecture, teaching, instructional, and question and answer meeting is the 3-hour Monday night call with John Darash and Gerard, as well as guest speakers, and their topics are listed at the top of the newsletter. It is important to attend at least the first hour of this meeting if you want to learn and keep abreast of what is happening and what NLA is doing each week. All meetings are recorded, so if you miss one, you can go to the website and download the file and listen to it. The date, time, and call-in information for all meetings each week are listed at the top of the newsletter. If you have questions for John on the call, send them to questions, that's plural, with an S, at nationallibertyalliance.org. If you have items that you think might be of interest for the newsletter, please email them to jan@nationallibertyalliance.org. The Tuesday night meeting is for the Investigative Research Committee. This committee researches the various topics and background material required as inputs to current documents that NLA is working on. The Wednesday night meeting is for courtroom observers. These are people who are willing to volunteer their time to travel to courtrooms in their areas in support of fellow NLA members that have current court cases pending. They take notes during the court session and then write up an affidavit about the proceedings and have it notarized so it can be used in defense of the NLA member if needed. We have found that gathering even a small number of courtroom observers in a courtroom can have a major effect on the outcome of the proceedings. For that reason, I would recommend and encourage everyone to join courtroom observers. There is a call to action section where we list all information on any NLA members that need the support of courtroom observers. Detailed information is available on the website for anyone who needs further information as to the date, time, and place support is needed. Thursday nights we have a combined sheriffs, federal district leaders, and committee of safety meeting. We are concentrating on combining the efforts of the district leaders to contact, inform, guide, and support all NLA members, starting with the state coordinators, the county organizers, and down to individual members to work with people in all counties to form committees of safety and interact with their sheriffs. The newsletter also has announcements about any new documents that NLA has produced, any changes to the website, how to access this information, progress on NLA tasks, and similar items in the announcement section. There is a section on recent video and audio files that may be of interest to some people who are interested in learning about information from outside NLA. The last section of the newsletter is a listing of reputable suppliers for various quality items that NLA members may be in need of. NLA receives a small return on purchases made from these providers. Once you complete the foundational study and have a basic understanding of our nation's documents, join any of our committees and become part of the process to take back our courts from those who wish to control us. We need your help and encourage your participation at all levels. These are the courtroom observers, health and wellness, media, Liberty Group Committee, and the all-important and most urgent committees of safety, which every member is encouraged to participate in. Watch the video now under Committees of Safety. Also read the documents and links on this page to get a better understanding of what a COS is. Read the first COS National Disaster Plan and Power and Authority of the County Sheriff under the Committee of Safety documents. Later on, we will be covering documents relating to the sheriff and you as a responsible member of the community. Therefore, the sooner you can get started, the sooner we can benefit from your skills and experience in these areas. The demand is great, so don't be shy. 2016 is the year we must reach critical mass. Some come through our doors for understanding. Some come to find out how to rid themselves of the tar baby attached to them via our out-of-control servant government. And some come looking to get involved in their community so that their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren might have a better life than the one they see around them now. Whatever your reasoning, we welcome the time that you can spend in your home away from home and interact with us and within your community. As you grow, we all grow as a nation, one community at a time. Only the people can save America. All who have come through our doors, regardless of the reasons, are encouraged to take our free 10-hour Constitution class. We can't demand that our rights be respected if we are ignorant of these rights, and which rights pertain to us and which pertain to our servant government. The free courses are found under the Education tab on the blue banner at the top of the page. Enroll now. The 12,500 administrators will come into NLA through the formation of committees of safety in all 3,133 counties. The earlier you can become involved, the sooner we can reach our goals. The goal is twofold. First, each state will need a minimum of 4 administrators per county. Mathematically speaking, that means we need about 12,500 administrators, as we have 3,133 counties. If you live in a state which contains only a few counties like Delaware, Vermont, New Hampshire, Arizona, Connecticut, Wyoming, Rhode Island, or Maine, you need only about 12 to 100 administrators. Whereas if you live in states like Kentucky that has 120, Georgia 159, or Texas with 254, you might need between 500 and 1,000 administrators. Second, each county needs a committee of safety. So the demand is there for those who want to accept the challenge and be part of the solution in taking back our nation from those who have systematically stolen it from we the people. If you need help with court-related issues, go to the Help tab on the blue banner at the top of the page and click on the tab that applies to your situation. Then read and follow the directions. This is a 4-step procedure to walk you through a process to help resolve your issues. All who ask for help need to be helping NLA. Before we assist you, we ask that you take our free 10-hour Constitution course. You can fill out the required paperwork for your individual situation, and we will take action on your paperwork when the Constitution course is completed.
Hello, sisters and brothers at nationallibertyalliance.org. I'm Rhode Island Jim.
And I am Kelly.
Together, we work with the intake via habeas corpus and your mortgage foreclosure cases. Go to help, highlight the help with abusive courts, and you should find all the information you need.
And again, that's at nationallibertyalliance.org at the top of the page. And you'll find all your forms there. You can fill them out and send them to us at intake at nationallibertyalliance.org. When we receive your intake forms and your affidavits, we review them to make certain they contain all of the required information. If information on your form is incomplete, we contact you to let you know what information you still need to provide for us.
One of our tasks is to do the best we can to answer your email questions via intake at nationallibertyalliance.org. We may not have all your answers, but we will do our best to get answers for you. This is a learning process for all of us, and we're doing our best to help you help yourselves.
We work on a first-come, first-served basis.
Our best advice to you during this process is to simply be yourself and provide the required information as accurately as you can. Please do not get lost trying to use legal terminology in your paperwork. On our end of these processes, we are simply ordinary people just like you. We're not lawyers or paralegals, and our only interest is in empowering you to help yourselves.
Many hands make light work. Thank you. We are working with the intake of your habeas corpus and mortgage foreclosure cases with nationallibertyalliance.org.
Yours in service with National Liberty Alliance, Rhode Island Jim
and Kelly.
Hello, my name is Ron Flick from Arkansas. I'm the National Coordinator for Zone 2 and the Welcome Committee Director. You can find our committee under the Committees tab, blue banner at the top of the page. Also, you can go here, http://www.nccs.net/ and order 100 copies of the Constitution of the United States. Read it and then sign the pledge on the rear cover. Be sure you have enough copies of both documents to hand out to your county sheriff, his jailer, and all his deputies. Under the Sheriff's tab, see the power of the sheriff. You need to start involving yourself with the county sheriff and interacting with them on a personal basis, as they are our first line of defense. Help to get a committee of safety started in your county. Next, the various national leadership will be introducing themselves and what their function is at National Liberty Alliance. In conclusion, John Darash will summarize this program and cover the points we have already gone through.
Hello, I am Gary with the National Liberty Alliance. I joined the NLA from listening to a 12-minute speed pitch on the common law grand jury at a Campaign for Liberty meeting in the Garage Mahal in Michigan. I was hooked from the start. I started as a county organizer and later became a Michigan State coordinator. After about a year in the NLA, I was tapped by John Darash and Gerard to take up the newly created role as the first national coordinator. We now have several national coordinators and operate in roles to take the day-to-day administration and operational responsibilities from John.
Hello, my name is Rhonda. I am one of the national coordinators for Zone 1, covering Hawaii, Nevada, California, Oregon, Washington, and Alaska. If you have issues that I can help you with, you can find my contact information and a map of all the zones under the Welcome tab and just click where it says Help Save America. Welcome to the NLA. I also work in the Investigative Research Committee doing necessary research for issues that come up, and also the Committee of Safety, which we are forming in all counties across the nation. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Carl, and I am a national coordinator here at NLA. What I do is several things. One, I deal with mostly the technology aspect of the site. So what I will do is if somebody asks me to make an improvement on the site or they want this particular feature, they come to me. In addition, I will also help out with the tech support, and I will also help people who really need assistance with technology and setting things up outside the site, even like with Skype. The other thing that I do is I work with the Courtroom observers. Laura heads it up, but I'm also there as well, and we are really trying to focus to get people into the courts to observe and to then report what they did and try to get people to go together. And the other thing that I do is I will also manage issues within some of the states in my particular district. So if there's an issue, I'm generally the person to come to.
Hello, my name is Laura from Virginia State. I have been with NLA just over 2 years and am the co-captain for the Courtroom Observers. You can find me under the Committee tab. If you have court dates coming up, click on the Committee button and then click the Courtroom Observer Committee, and then click the Courtroom Observer Request form and fill it out. We post the dates, time, and location of your trial or hearing and invite other NLA members via email who live in the area to attend your court date and take notes and make sure everyone in the court behaves themselves. If needed, they can fill out an affidavit on the facts they observed of your case. Look forward to hearing from you.
Hello, this is Robert Overview of Michigan. I am a national coordinator with NLA on the District 3 on the federals, and the states involved in District 3 are North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, and Illinois. Been pretty active. The one that we need a little help on is Iowa, mainly because the membership is sparse, farming area and some manufacturing. But anyhow, we can always use help, and that's coming along fairly well. Also, I'm also the director of the Sheriff's Committee, which we have a few fellows, myself included, running as a common law or constitutional, whatever you want to say, mainly a common law sheriff. One thing interesting that has been developing, even when your sheriff tells you that they're not trained that way. So in other words, what he's saying is he's taken his instructions from the judge or the prosecuting attorney, which is irrelevant and not in harmony with the Constitution. So one thing I found, go to the junior member that is on what I call the executive part of your sheriff's department, which would be anything below the sheriff and the undersheriff. And someplace in the sergeants or the lieutenants, you should find a PR guy. And if he's young, get next to him, start talking to him. I've had some interesting developments with some parties in our local sheriff's department of our county, and you will be surprised what might come out of it. Also, I have a new phone number, and I've got to get this changed with national. It is 1-269-568-8887. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Hey, my name's Tanner Justice. I live in Oklahoma. I'm a national coordinator, Ground Zero, and Oklahoma's district leader for the National Liberty Alliance. My phone number is 405-471-1971. You can email me at Tanner, Tanner, @nationallibertyalliance.org. My Skype is Tanner, Tanner.justice, Justis. I believed myself someone that loved my country and the Constitution, although I had never bothered to go to the source of the information of these things. At some point in my life, I found myself questioning everything that I thought I believed in and knew through the courts, dealings with police officers, and other various run-ins with the way things are currently in our government. I joined the Fathers' Rights movement to try to find answers in some of the dealings I had in court. They had informed me to do research to find an answer and a solution. I quickly found myself finding a bigger problem than I ever cared to realize in the past. Amongst different groups, I found the National Liberty Alliance adhered to principles more than any other group that I had encountered. Upon trying to consolidate groups, I found differences and decided to put most of my effort and time into the National Liberty Alliance. I went with Gerard to Oregon and dealt with the people there as best as we could. We learned a lot from that experience. And coming back from that, I even have a stronger resolve to find solutions and ways to help our country become what it was meant to be. I will work with anyone acting in principle, and at the point that I find that they are not acting in principle, we will part ways. I am not perfect, but when it comes to these issues, there's more at stake than my own selfish gain. There's no amount of money or any other kind of appeasement that will satisfy me in what I've encountered. I seek for one thing, and that is for justice, and these that have committed treason against my country and my people to be corrected. I want nothing else.
Hello, my name is Laura, and I'm a national coordinator from Virginia State. I've been with NLA just over 2 years, and I'm the co-director of the Courtroom Observers Committee and a co-national coordinator for District 6. The states in District 6 are Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Virginia, Maryland, and Delaware. If you have court dates coming up, click on the committee button, and then click the Courtroom Observer Committee, and then click the Courtroom Observer Request form and fill it out. We post the dates, time, and location of your trial or hearing and invite other NLA members via email who live in the area to attend your court date. They take notes on the facts of your case as evidence on your behalf and can fill out and file a notarized affidavit. Look forward to hearing from you.
Hello, everybody. This is Gerard, one of the founders of National Liberty Alliance. And my purpose here today is to speak to people about the mission of National Liberty Alliance and how we can move forward with that and hopefully have success in the coming new world that we're going to face. You know, we've developed this introduction and orientation, and it's part of a process in order to, separate the serious participant, the wagon puller from the spectator or those who want to ride in the wagon. However, that being said, the first thing that everybody should do if they want to help move the cause along is they should commit to supporting National Liberty Alliance by donating $5 a month. $5 a month. If every member of NLA would just put in $5 a month, we would be able to do things that we have been stopped halfway between for not having the funds. We would be so much more effective. And it's just many hands makes light work. It's so simple. And so in that way, when you put your $5 a month in, you're pulling that wagon. You're helping push that wagon. Hey, look, you can jump in it and ride in it. Look, if you don't want a job where you actually are doing stuff and maybe writing paperwork or helping with the paperwork or doing mailings, the least you should do is do the $5 a month thing, because many hands make light work. Look, just give up on one meal a month from going out. It's not even that. It's, don't have dessert. It's not that much. And right now, while your money still has some value, the value you're getting by supporting National Liberty Alliance is like no other. You can't compare the value. What we're doing to educate the public. Thomas Jefferson said, educate and inform the whole mass of the people. They are the only sure reliance for the preservation of our liberty. And that's what National Liberty Alliance is doing. They're educating our oath takers first. We're educating our members. We're holding their feet to the fire, and it takes resources. It's not for free. Freedom isn't free. And you have a certain duty to piety and country to do these things. And this is one of the best things you could do and the best values, because your money returns back out there in a freedom quotient. Nobody's doing what National Liberty Alliance does. Nobody's sticking the fundamental principles out front the way we do, and holding our elected officials' feet to the fire. And and we do that. We do that with fax machines and phone banks and computers and toner and paper and stamps and envelopes, and I can go on and on and on. It's not cheap to do these things. However, look, we got 5,000 members. We could be so effective if everybody would just give $5 a month. It would more than cover the things that we want to do. And there's so much more we could do if we just had that funding. And I know everybody hates to hear about begging for money, but it's a necessary evil. And right now, look at your money. Our money is going to hit a brick wall soon. And whatever we do on this side of the wall, all those papers that we're putting in, all the things we're doing, they're all stepping stones on this side of the wall that we can step up on and climb over that wall when the time comes. If we don't take any stock in this fight, if we don't build the stairs to get over the wall, we're going to look up and you're going to have a wall and you're going to have no ladder, no steps. National Liberty Alliance is providing those steps along the way. We're stacking up those bricks against the wall so that we can come over the top into back to the 1789 Constitution, to bring this experiment, this American experiment, to its full fruition of where it was meant to be and where we can be great again, and greater than beyond our wildest imaginations, by putting the king of the court back in, the fundamental principles in the courts and in our government, by putting the people first, by making the people be the ones that watch the government through the grand jury, the common law grand jury system that they're so afraid of because they won't be able to do what they do. It's up to you people. And the least that you can do is do that $5 a month thing, because that is the best value that you can do today. And even at these inflated rates, $5 a month is all it's going to take from our membership to help us realize the fruition of our dreams. And it's something that I can't say it, and with enough passion and emotion to make you believe that how important that is for the nation and for the world, because this is a international global thing. Look at where America goes, the rest of the world goes. Everybody only gets a fractional reserve of the freedom that we get, and it's up to us to cement that freedom back into this land. And it will spread across the world. But it all starts with people at a grassroots level taking control of their local municipalities and their committees of safety, and contributing to the legal work that NLA does, the educational work, the support, the court watchers, all these things. There's something for everyone in National Liberty Alliance, and certainly everyone should contribute, because that will make us a team. If everybody's contributing, we can all join in the celebration when we win on the other side. So thank you very much, and have those donations coming in, and participate, and use our site. There is so much stuff on the site, you can't believe it. There is such an education, such a value. We have given so much stuff away for so many years. I mean, you can You can learn how to go in the courts. You can learn a whole lot of stuff that people pay thousands of dollars to learn. And we've always given it away. And maybe that's the problem, because people don't appreciate what they don't pay for. And I wouldn't even call it paying for it, because you're not paying for it. You're just contributing. You couldn't, what the value that National Liberty Alliance gives, you couldn't put a price on it. It's more like after you eat dinner at a friend's house and you get up and help wash the dishes. That's kind of what your $5 a month is. It's helping after the meal. You're really not paying for it. You're just contributing. And that's all we need. That's all it takes. Everybody to contribute. So I can't say it enough, and I can't stress it enough. It's so important for the work we have to do. And I know we can do it, and we have a good team of people. And I know people will rise up to the occasion, and they will make the sacrifice if it is a sacrifice. Hey, and if you can give more, that's even great too, because the people that do give more, they have helped us meet our real bare bones times, and they've carried us. So we look forward and we thank them very much. But look, everybody can get into that same area with those people. Push the cart, pull the cart, contribute. That's all we ask. God bless.
We've come to the end of our welcoming video and trust that we have successfully articulated that we are indeed a grassroots assembly of we the people with a viable plan to save our republic. As we mentioned earlier in this video, we stand at the precipice, and as we look out into the world today, we see a looming darkness, a darkness that can be felt. We have lost our way and our purpose. America has become demoralized, and the blessings of liberty are all but lost. Currencies are failing around the world, and it is coming to America. This destruction is not by accident, but by design, and the end is our Constitution will be lost forever unless we, the people, act now. America is about to face a national emergency, second to none, in the form of a monetary collapse. We need to realize what this means. Trucking, rail, and shipping will come to a standstill. The grid will go down, and people will not even know what is happening in the town next door. There will be food and water shortages. People will be fleeing the large cities into towns and villages that are not prepared for their own survival, never mind receiving and helping them. Gangs will rule the highways and the byways. The federal government will initiate martial law. The Constitution will be suspended, and UN troops that are already here will control America. At the end of a barrel of a gun, there will be no compassion. But it doesn't have to be that way. It is true that time is short, and this national disaster is likely to happen this year. But we still have some time. The solution to our problem is the same solution our founding fathers used to save the colonies in 1776 and turning them into states in 1789. Through the committees of safety that moved through the colonies like a wildfire, and against all odds, they accomplished the impossible because they had faith in their God and themselves, and they rested in that hope. National Liberty Alliance has been assembling and educating people across America since 2013. We have thousands of members across the nation with an organized presence in every state. We have name recognition with scores of thousands of people visiting us. By God's mercy, we can build committees of safety under His banner of honor, justice, and mercy in almost every county in America within months. On July 14th, 2016, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the leadership of National Liberty Alliance called our membership into a special meeting, asking them to make a commitment to join forces with others within their state to commit to building committees of safety in every county within their state to save the Republic. Scores of people answered that call, and 16 states committed to this emergency to call to save America, and the cry went out. By the following Thursday, July 21st, 2016, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 32 more states signed on, and we now have people in 48 states committed to not rest until they build committees of safety in every county within their state by first taking our plan to every liberty group in America and then beyond. About 2 weeks ago, we started the execution of a plan to establish at least one long-range transmitter, ham transmitter radio, in every American county, and offering affordable handheld ham radio receivers that also have 5 local frequency channels for communications within the county, and able to receive a dial tone and tie in to the 911 trunk, whereas people will be able to know what's going on around them as well as across the nation. When the emergency arrives, National Liberty Alliance will be transmitting across the nation every day at a certain time and channel to get our vital information networking in every county. We must act now. America needs every person hearing this call to save America and bring we the people to that critical mass before the fall by doing the following. Click our Join button to become a member. Under our Welcome tab, click NLA Plan and watch the 2 videos. Take our free constitutional course, then our free civics course, both found under Free Course tab. Finally, support us by clicking our donation button on the top right and give $5 a month or more. Click on our weekly call. Join our national teleconference call every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Start a committee of safety in your county and join others in your state to help get committees of safety started in every county in your state. Thank you for listening, and we trust that you will join our endeavor now to save America. The time to act is now. We do not have any more time. Thank you for listening.